Greetings, Deadheads of the world, and welcome to the series premiere or season premiere of Chillin with Da Pool. That's right, hosted by yours truly, me, Deadpool. And joining me today are my extra special guests. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to the core member of the Deadpool Corps. Meet Headpool. Say hi to the folks at home, Headpool. Hey everybody, how's it going? Don't you? Weak. But anyway, I also have another very special guest with me. He may be a better version of me, but he is one of the many versions of me. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Plushpool. Say hi to the folks at home, Plushpool. Hey, how's it going out there, people of YouTube? Chimichangas. Alright, so let me break it down what's going to be happening on this show. Well, we're basically going to be doing a lot of different things. First of all, we'll be going over different topics, pop culture, comics, movies, and whatever. Oh, and we'll also be doing two new segments on the show. We'll be doing one called Halla atcha, which basically means we'll be answering your questions live here on the show, hence the term Halla atcha. And then we'll be doing another segment called Ever Wonder, which means the Deadpools, Plushpool, and Headpool, as well as myself, will be going over some crazy yet hilariously hypothetical questions. So let's see. Wonder what one example would be. Let me think. Like, ever wonder what happened if I, Deadpool, actually ended up giving the ability to shoot lasers from my swords? I know it's not the best example, but it's still an example nonetheless. Dang it! The example of what we'll be covering here on the show. So let's see what we get. Let's see. Oh, today on the show we'll be covering one of the movie that has swept the nation, the #1 growing superhero film in America. And no, I'm not talking about my movie yet. I mean Infinity War. Yup, that's right, folks. We'll be discussing the hit #1 superhero movie, Infinity War, and we'll be going with the story about the main villain behind this, who's kind of both anti-hero and villain at the same time. You could say his methods and affiliations are perfectly balanced. So let's see where. Oh yeah, we'll be starting out with Thanos, the powerful Mad Titan. So basically, Thanos just went through the biggest goth phase as a teenager, but never grew out of it. You see, Thanos has always been in love. In the comics, Thanos has always been in love with a beautiful deity called Mistress Death, who is basically the Reaper meets Victoria's Secret model meets Grim Reaper. So if you can picture that, then you know. Then you understand. So basically, he's been trying to do everything he could to try and impress it. Like what? Where it I? In order to impress the deity that basically is death, he's been trying to do every diabolical thing imaginable. Like, he wiped out his family, conquered his home planet, and... the jaywalk? No. At this point, it's kind of stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, he kind of also answered his cell phone at the movies. Yeah, I know, monster. So basically, he's been defeated by Earth's mightiest heroes in the past, but Mistress Death also brought him back to life to give him the very special task, eradicating half the life in the universe. Now, Thanos is obviously very stoked about this. In order to pull it off, he'll need a weapon of mad power. I mean, ultimate mass death. So, here we happen to have that very weapon. Why? Because, well, you can't have a Deadpool show without having a few weapons involved. And lo and behold, this! Behold, the Infinity Gauntlet! That's right, the ultimate Infinity Gauntlet. Well, with the exact same gems seen in the movie Infinity War. Let me break it down with a few. Let me explain with a few examples. Yeah. Let me break it down with what the stones are and what they hold dominion over. Now, as you can see from on this gauntlet, each of these stones hold a dominion over some facet of existence. Let's see. The green stone that you see right over here is called the Time Stone. It holds control over time. It's like a universal remote for time. Pause, rewind, fast forward, even slow-mo if you wanted to. what it do? Like you could turn your enemy like you could turn your enemies into an old man or a kid or teenager or whatever. Basically, he controls time, like an ultimate time, like the handheld time traveling device. Isn't that pretty cool? All right. Next up, we have the Power Stone. The Power Stone basically acts like a laser beam and is a battery that supercharges the rest of the Infinity Stones. The blue one that you see over here is called the Space Stone. It allows you to teleport all over the universe instantaneously, and it also gives you the ability of omnipresence, which means you could be over here like you could be in the kitchen getting a snack while still watching this video at the same time. Yeah, it's that powerful. Like you know, besides, if we had this stone in real life, it would cut down on transportation, like traffic jams, train pileups, accidents, everything. It's just that powerful. All right, the next stone that we have here is my favorite, the Reality Stone. It is a sparkling red stone that controls all of the fabrics of reality. Like you could have rain flowing up, or like like gravity not existing, like being put in an endless loop. It grants wishes and lets you travel to different realities, and also let's see, it travels to different. You can travel to different realities. It grants wishes and warps the very fabric of reality. So, like, you could turn your enemies into cupcakes or butterflies, or even like whatever you want, you get. Just like that. It's just that easy. Easy. The next stone that we have is the gold one. Is called the Mind Stone. Now, the Mind Stone lets you probe a very person's psyche and lets you see everything that person thinks of. Now, combined with the Space Stone, you could physically present yourself, astrally project yourself anywhere at all, like in the universe at all. It's the mind control. Lets you amplify people's moods. But be careful. This one also amplifies your own. So it's pretty potent. Now this is literally the biggest, the crown jewel of the Infinity Gauntlet. Lo and behold, the Soul Stone, the most potent and special of the Infinity Stones, because this stone lets you control and harvest a very person's soul. Even lets you turn, along with the Mind Stone, lets you alter the very essence of a person. Like you could turn one of your enemies into killer ballerina. Okay, yeah, sure, whatever, a killer ballerina. Or it even could let you grow your own body bank. That's actually with the Reality Stone, but yeah, it demonstrates that. The Stone also lets you was very elusive in the MCU for for a long time afterwards, until we saw Infinity War. And for those of you who aren't already living under a rock or have no idea what we're talking about, please refer to some of the other videos to know what, and then come back to Chillin with the Pool for more information. To continue. Anyway, these when combined, when worn on this incredibly stylish Infinity Gauntlet, this gives their users the powers of an omnipotent god. Now we turn over to Plush Pool for a brief history. Plush Pool? Thank you, Deadpool. The Infinity Gauntlet you see next to me was forged by the dwarf Eitri on the planet Nidavellir. They craft some of the most powerful, lethal, if not dangerous weapons in the entire galaxy. Eitri was forced to build this incredibly stylish glove by the Mad Titan himself. To build this Infinity Gauntlet so that he could harness all the power of the Infinity Stones without killing himself psychologically, mentally, physically, and so on. And lo and behold, the Infinity Gauntlet is born. Unfortunately, Thanos only spared Eitri and then wiped out the rest of his dwarf staff. But as you can probably see in the Infinity War movie, that's all going to change. And now we go to Deadpool for more on this subject. Deadpool? Thank you, Plushpool. As I was saying before, the Infinity Gauntlet, the Soul Stone. As Deadpool was saying before, the Soul Stone was the most elusive stones until we saw the movie. That's right, we actually see the Soul Stone's location. And man, when I first saw the Soul Stone, I was like, oh my god, I finally see it. And besides, in the MCU, there is a spellbound named Thanos. Each of the objects and one person spell out the name Thanos. First, we have the Space Stone, the Tesseract, T. The H, which was left blank, actually means Hydra or hid because Red Skull, believe it or not, was the actual keeper of the Soul Stone on planet Vormir. Again, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, check most of some of the Infinity War spoilers and then come right back. Is H. And then, let's see, the Reality Stone, the Ether, A. The Time Stone, the Necklace, N. The Power Stone, the Orb. And the Mind Stone in Loki's Scepter. Put all of those together, and you spell out Thanos. Thanos, the one who is revealed to be the one who, to bear all of the Infinity Stones. Now, originally, before there, yeah, I know, I'm not, yeah. Anyway, anyway, there were some controversial topics that were going on in the past year about where the location or the exact location of the Soul Time doll, like how he sees souls from Asgard, or the hero Adam Warlock was to possess or the heart-shaped herb in the latest movie Black Panther, as the H in majority of the film takes place Wakanda. So yeah, then there's that. However, it turns out the main battle in Wakanda actually revolves around Vision because they came to Wakanda to fetch the Mind Stone. Very powerful, one of the six in powerful Infinity Stones. Back to and now go back to Deadpool for more on the subject. Thank you, Deadpool. As we were trying to see, you might be wondering to yourself, where did the Soul Stones come from? Who created them, and why? And who were the ones who originally had it in the comics? Well, all those questions will be revealed. You see, the original Infinity Stones, as you see here, were actually wielded by some of the elders of the universe, the last of their own, one or two of their last surviving members of their entire race. In the comics, they were known as the Runner, the Champion of the Universe, the Collector, the Grandmaster, the In-Betweener, and the Gardener. All of them. And one of them actually happened to cross paths with yours truly. His name was Trico Slatero, aka the Champion of the Universe. And it reminds me of a funny story. Hey, Headpool, remember that time we actually put one over on old Trico Slatero? You better believe it, Deadpool. I remember actually tricked Trigon, the Champion of the Universe, into going down to a barren moon, and Kidpool actually stole his motorbike. Then while Deadpool over there was mooning Trico, we made our quick getaway. Man, we left him on the felt like a week. Yeah, it was hilarious. Then don't forget that one time shoot, man, it was just so funny. I just kept losing my place. Tell me, what was it? Oh yeah. Or about how that time that kid pool, we siphoned half of his gas tank and then sent him down to that moon with only half a tank, only enough to get down, but not enough to come back. He swore vengeance and said, "I shall kill everyone, starting with the little one first." Yeah. Oh yeah. And don't forget that one time when Lady Deadpool blew up Trico's pirate ship later. Last we saw of him, he was flying out in a mushroom cloud going, "What the?" And then he sounds like, "It's the Deadpool Corps. Damn you, Deadpool Corps." Oh man, that was pretty fun. Yeah, that was pretty hilarious. I wouldn't be surprised if he turned up in the Guardians of the Galaxy again. Wink. Oh yeah. Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm still laughing about it. It was hilarious. We actually pulled one over on one of the elders of the universe. Man, that's just chalk one up for the Deadpool Corps, am I right? You better believe it, man. All right. So now you basically know the story. Now, let's just see. Oh yes, the Infinity Stones themselves were created here. Seen here, were created by four cosmic entities: Infinity, his sister Mother Eternity, Entropos, and of course, the love of my life, Mistress Death. That's right, Thanos and I both share one girl. Share one girl. And I know what you're thinking, and it's not happening. Not even in a million years. Or maybe just for $1 million. But yeah. But yeah, so anyway, they create stones, and then by the time the Big Bang Theory occurred, they already used the Big Bang Theory to scatter the Infinity Stones across the entire space and time itself. Which, yes, I most certainly would, Deadpool. Deadpool. So yes, that's basically how they came into existence. They pulled all